Check, 1, 2, 3, check 1. Check, 1, 2, 3, check 1. Oops, sorry. People joining. Give me just a minute. Just getting the links out there. This takes me just a minute. Let's see. One more link to put out. All right. So, had a request to. And by the way, feel free in the YouTube to let me know, the YouTube chat, let me know if my audio sounds good. If I need to lower or raise the ambient sound of the game, I can do that as well. But I was asked to show a little bit of Witch Hunter gameplay. Now, this guy leveled him up during the last phase of the soft launch. I haven't logged him on since then. He definitely is not, over geared, so we're just going to look. I mean, level 3 gear there, level 10, level 15 sword is pretty good coming out of that zone, level 15 gun, level 3 legs. So you can see I basically leveled this guy to 15 without really doing much as far as getting better gear. 14 legs, and I don't think I have much. I guess I did go and get some of the jewelry pieces on this guy, so that's good. That's a good start. So he's a good representation of. I also don't have a ton of potions, so this is going to be a real test. We're going to definitely have to use some food, but this will be a good representation of what it might be like for a Witch Hunter to come out of the city, come out of Rixport, and come into the forest. Now I am level 15, so it's going to be a little easier to start off with. And honestly, I haven't played this guy in, I don't even know, a month, 2 months, 6 weeks, something like that. So, first thing we're going to do is repair, and next thing we're going to do, we got to sell some stuff. I got a bag full of junk here. And then we're probably going to take a look at the equipment vendor and see if there's any gear that we can upgrade right off the bat here by zoning into the new zone. So we're just going to get rid of all this junk. That I'm not going to sell. I just got to hit the mailbox later to transfer that. Maybe put it in the auction house. I'll go again through it, Aaron. Let me... not good. I mean, they're level 15, just gray weapons. I would say this guy is geared about as well as you would expect somebody to be geared kind of coming out of Rixport. A lot of level 3 armor. He has some level 15 silver weapons or gray weapons, but no legendaries or anything like that. So, don't need that anymore. And I don't need that. Very few potions. I'm actually going to sell. I should have, just for the sake of, should have transferred these, but just for the sake of having some space as I go through this. Very, very few heal potions. I've got some mediums. Got a few energy pots. but I'm going to definitely be buying some food here. So let's take a look at what gear we can immediately upgrade. And again, this is all just luck of the draw, you know. So here, level 12 sword, that isn't an upgrade. I haven't actually done the math to know how much power weapon skill adds, so maybe that is an upgrade, I'm not sure. Supple gloves. I'm going to need some armor, lose a little bit of accuracy, but that's okay. So we are going to upgrade those. And I know I have an empty ring slot, so why not throw a pierce ring in there? So let's equip that. And the other thing I'm going to have to do, you have to bear with me if you know the Witch Hunter class. Oh yeah, the whole thing, Aaron, is going to be, can this guy withstand? You know, when I went through with my warrior priest, he had 200 heal pots, you know, on him. That's not going to be how people come out of the city, so it's not a good comparison. But I've got to go through the skills again because I actually barely remember how to play this guy, to be quite honest. Let's see how we have things assigned. We'll go here. Oops. Here. And then here. Now let's take a look at how I spec this guy. So I think I put all 15 points in quick shot. So my quick shot is not too bad, right? 483 to 724. One conviction deals an extra 15% damage. I've got that one fully maxed. Then we have Mark of Heretic. Let's see, so I marked this guy. Let's see, what does this do? I don't remember. Cooldown with 30 seconds. Inflicts 1 mark of corruption on the target, which lowering their defenses to your attacks only. Decrease target's armor by 4% per mark. Decrease target's all resistance by 4% per mark. Okay, that's their decrease. 4% isn't great. I mean, now this reduces the cooldown. I almost feel like the first level of this should be a little bit more than 4%, but we'll see. And then, how did I go here? Did I go cannot be learned? Let's see. So this one is slashing damage 506 to 632. Affected stats are weapon skill and focus. Target is marked. Remove 1 mark from the target to guarantee a landing of a critical strike. Okay, I remember that. Then we have veteran. Increase magic, fire, chaos, poison resistance by 2%. I won't be putting any points in this, especially in this zone, because you want slashing resist more than any of these other things in this zone for sure. Most things slash, I believe. Then we have kneecap, affected stats, weapon skill, and accuracy. Cooldown 45 seconds. Inflict snared on the target for 10 seconds. Target is marked. Increases snare duration by. I don't understand this skill, to be honest. For all intents and purposes, this is a melee class. I don't know why a melee class would want a snare, right? Yes, they have the pistol, but they're going to use the pistol for just the opening shot and some extra damage. I'm not sure why this class would want to snare. We'll see how it goes, but I have a feeling without a stun, this class is really going to struggle on some higher mobs, but we'll see. Increase avoidance to magic, fire, chaos, poison damage by 2%. Grants 2% to negate incoming debuff. Man, I don't know. These feel like endgame type. Increases bonus avoidance, but it's only avoiding magic, fire, chaos, and poison, which it doesn't seem like there's a lot of in these opening levels. So it feels like these skills should be later on. I mean, if I'm thinking about where I'm going to put my skills as I level up, I think it's got to be here, right? At least up until level 4 to get an extra 50% damage on Flourishing Strike. Let's see, I guess I didn't go all the way. What is this one? This is, that's the snared. guess I could increase the damage on that. I don't know. Let's see. Alright, so I do need some food. The other thing that I learned is you don't want to leave this zone without getting the first fast travel quest. I think the only way I was able to get back into the zone... I don't have a ton of gold either on this guy, so we're going to go with these things. And we're not going to buy a ton of them right off the bat because, quite frankly, I don't have a lot of money, and if I see something nice in the vendor, it'd be nice to get it. Alright, so we're almost ready. So we got some food. I do need to equip that, or hot swap it, assign it, whatever it is. So we're going to assign... I hate having to have 3 hot bars here, quite honestly. But I know with this guy I'm going to have a lot of downtime. Without a crowd control, like a stun, I think I'm just going to be... There we go. Run didn't want to work there for a second. Alright. So we're going to hit the first quest. For those that haven't been through this zone, I'm definitely not going to spend a lot of time. Now here's the problem, right? So let's look at my weapons. I talk about this every stream, and I'll continue to talk about it because I feel it's important. Opening quests, you know, in this zone is giving me a level 10 weapon. This should 100% be a level 15 green weapon, which would then probably be an upgrade to this, right? I just have a level 15 silver. Don't make me start this zone with a crappy weapon. And my other character had would have... I think a lot of times when you come out of the city, when you haven't had weeks of farming, maybe that will be an upgrade, but you're also starting with a level 10 weapon. It just seems a little weak to me. I think that quest should be giving level 10 stuff. And I believe the Witch Hunter... oh, look, I almost did it again. I didn't even get the fast travel. So you get that first quest, then you come over and you click on the hammer. Which is here. I'm also going to click on the Warrior Priest vendor. Oh, I can't do that either until I go kill one mob, I think. 5 people watching. We'll see how it grows. Feel free to promote it, you know, in the in whatever channels you're in. Get a good conversation going about this class, about the game in general. I think there's already some people that are level 30. You know, what do you guys think about that? What's it been? Has it been less than 24 hours, I think? And my keyboard is really kind of unresponsive right now. But yeah, I think it's been under 24 hours or something. I don't remember exactly when it came out. Certainly not 48 hours, and people are already to the max level. You know, what does that say about how fast they're going to get through the content of this game? I'm not sure. To me, what it says is the level required, experience required per level needs to be increased. Alright, so we're off. We're, of course, want to head to the abandoned tower. First couple quests should be hopefully pretty easy, but which is good because I need to learn, again, how to play this class. I think typically we want to mark, and then we want to do this guy for a critical. What is this? Is this my snare? That's my snare. I mean, I guess the way I can use snare is on a 2 skull. I can fire the pistol, snare him, back up, wait for pistol to cool down, and then hit him with it again before I engage. But you can see even these level 12 guys. You know, I'm definitely not, you know, with a Shadow Hunter, I don't know what is going on with my keyboard, but this is going to be really annoying if it continues like this. With a Shadow Warrior, you know, he'd be one-shotting all this stuff at this level with these weapons. Just coming out of stealth repeatedly and hitting probably for 2k damage. When we get to the vendor, or we get to a safe spot, I'll look at my stats to see how I statted this guy. I imagine I'm going to have to very quickly put some points into accuracy. Alright, so here's our first 2 skull. Mark. Back up because we don't want to fight 2 of them. So, considering, what was that, a level 13, you know, took a quarter of my hit points. You know, and just that quick, you know, I'm gonna sneak by these guys, but in reality I probably should be eating and drinking already. So 2 mobs in, I'm having to spend food, which is 4 silver. I'm certainly not making 4 silver out of those 2 mobs. And the problem is, you can see Flourishing Strike did good damage, but I have to cast a mark first before that works. And then I actually am removing my mark. So I'm casting a taking time to cast a mark, which is gonna decrease armor and debuff the mob. And then in order to get Flourish to crit, I need to remove that mark. So I'm not even leaving my mark on for a very long time to really help. Oh no, I don't want to. I really don't want to fight any others. I want to. Oh man, look at him! It spawned on. My keyboard is not working. We're gonna. I didn't even loot the thing. But I gotta fix my keyboard, so let's see, let's eat. Don't know why my keyboard is not working correctly. Just checking all my connections here. I don't know, I think, give me a second, I'm going to log out of the game and log back in. Maybe that's the problem. It shouldn't be, but just stand by while we do this. It's going to be hard enough to play this guy as it is, I believe. Having a keyboard that's not responsive is not going to help matters. I should be able to log right back in. I logged out the correct way. Let's just look. Game controls. Yep, so I've got that correct. Hey Al. Hey Grim. Really just getting started. I'm just relogging here because my keyboard was not very responsive. To update people who are just joining, this is a witch hunter, not well geared at all, coming out of the city. I basically leveled him up. I have a lot of level 3 gear still. I transferred all the extra pots he had onto other characters I leveled, so he has very few pots. And I was asked to play him to see how the balance is. I mean, right off the bat, let's take a look at how I statted this guy. So I went all max weapon skill and max wounds. You know, and maybe with a character like this, I should be putting points in initiative. Alright, keyboard right now seems a little bit better. And I was saying I don't like the way that Flourish works because you essentially have to spend the time to mark something and then you have to remove the mark to get your critical. And the whole idea of putting mark on is to decrease their damage or debuff them. So you're immediately taking that away. It's a two-step process that you have to do while in combat. Compared to like a Shadow Warrior who does their stealth before they go into combat. Oh, what am I doing? Does their stealth before they go into combat and then opens combat with a huge critical. That's a huge difference in having to do the moves in combat to get a critical versus out of combat, and also having to remove your debuff in order to get that critical. Yeah, Warrior Priest is fine. To me, there could be some tweaks on that class as well. Their heal is not nearly as powerful as it probably needs to be compared to the Archmage. Archmages are seemingly healing about 50% more than me, and then they get the regen as well. Why didn't somebody tell me I was going the wrong way? Yeah, Grim, I agree. And, you know, let's just look real quick again at the abilities. The problem, I think, early on is they don't have a lot of abilities that are great in the first opening levels, at least in the first 15, right? So you almost have to go with Quick Shot because you got to get some kind of damage. There's no reason in the early levels to reduce the cooldown of Mark. Fights aren't going to last long enough to put multiple marks on, and there's nothing to do with multiple marks. I could have went with this instead of Flourish, but clearly the idea of Flourish is that you get that critical, but it does remove a mark. But this could be really powerful as you level it up. This skill, I don't know what this is doing here at level, what is this, level 9? 8 or 9 we get this. Increased bonus resistances by 1%. Magic, Fire, Chaos, Poison. I don't think you need that at all at these levels. I was saying how Kneecap is a snare I think this has to be a stun. Now, if anybody's played the handbow version, do they have a stun on the handbow side? But I don't understand a snare on a melee class. And then this one as well increases avoidance to poison damage by 2%. You know, at this level, you're not really hitting a lot of magic, fire, chaos, and poison damage. So why do I need to increase that avoidance? I'm not even sure where I'm going to spend my points, to be honest. Probably in Flourish. I don't see what else I would spend them in. But again, so you're having to spend a skill, time and energy, in order to increase damage on another skill. I'm trying to think if there's another class that has to do that. Can you guys think of another class that has to do that, where you have to spend points, or not points, cast a spell and spend energy on a skill to make your next skill do more damage? I can't think of anything. Yeah, you're definitely right, Grim. It might be that it's an end game class, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have to be well thought out and balanced at the opening game. People have to get there, right? They have to get to the end game or get to the later levels. All we can judge right now is how is it to level the character through the first two zones. First zone wasn't too bad. That was the old balancing. Might be a little harder now. With the new balancing. Yeah, I always reserve the fact that it definitely can change later in levels. You know, that's why the warrior priest, you know, you watch archmages and shadow warriors do damage right now, and you're like, oh man, I need to switch to one of those. But I think the warrior priest will come into its own in later levels. I feel like those two classes are front loaded with their skills, and they've got skills in the first 15 levels that do huge damage that they'll use forever. So weird, the game really feels clunky right now on my emulator, and I don't know why. Is this the witch hunter guy? Yes. Alright, let's see if we can get some upgrades here. Level 27, no help. Level 17, no help yet. Level 23, level 20. Level 12 is a downgrade. Level 27. Level 12. Level 12. Level 18. And level 26. So probably gonna. Are these the same? That's level 20. Probably gonna buy this one. Keep it in the bag. We can sell this guy. And this is my problem with the vendor. The range is so big when you zone into this thing. Some people are zoning in at level 13. And this equipment on the specialized vendors goes up to level 27, I think. Maybe 26, but I think 27. The odds of you finding something in the next 5 to 6, 7 levels is pretty slim. Well, I was going to check I thought I got a Discord message, but it disappeared. Alright, so let's press on with my barely working keyboard here. No. Okay. Oh, I am getting a ding. Oh, I see. Oh, I see, Grim. You're pasting me the guide. I will. All right. So I'll read this. So Grim's pasted me something that his guildie, I think, had written up. So. Alright, let's see. Class music, okay. So I would agree. He's talking about how the Witch Hunter class is a little bit more complex than other classes. He says Rapier plus Pistol is the go-to, which is good. That's what I am. Offers way better abilities than the Brain Dead Handbow spec. The Handbow spec needs a complete rework in terms of what it offers and the scaling with each ability upgrade. These are not my words. I'm just reading. I haven't played the Handbow guy. Same goes for a few abilities in the Sanctioned Hunter spec, but is borderline balanced, 80 out of 100 so far. Yes, the class needs some ability upgrades and changes. Some abilities have extremely low energy mana requirement, and ability upgrades offer a total 4 to 8% energy cost reduction, which is completely useless, making the ability a bad choice to max out. They might have gotten rid of that. I didn't see anything that reduces energy mana anymore in the first 15 levels. Maybe they're after, which we can't look at. The go-to ability you want to max out as a Sanctioned Hunter are, by the time you're level 15, you want to max out Quick Shot. That's what we did. Good scaling, low cooldown, 6 seconds. Making this ability your generic bread and butter when spamming mobs that are not 4+ skull level. Mark of Heretic does not need to be upgraded. Level 1 is enough for the mark to land the crit for now. A few points into it won't hurt in order to combo fast with Flourishing Strike to get those crits popping every 9 to 15 seconds. And then he goes on to talk about some of the later abilities. So according to that person, the way that I've spec'd this guy is about what I should be doing. Oh. Guy ran off. Can Mark, how close do I got to get? Okay, so Mark can be done from range, so that's good at least. So I did realize that just now, that probably the way to do Mark is to hit Mark from range, then fire your pistol. That way you get the benefit of the reduction in his defenses, and then you follow up with Flourish to remove the mark and get the crit if you need to on like a 2 skull. It's key. I think it's hard to tell. I mean, I think a lot of people are projecting that this guy may end up being top DPS. But it will be slightly complex to play, and they're only definitely going to be top DPS on long fights where they can really build up the mark and start to take advantage. But Shadow Warrior is going to be there because, man, when you start to cool down your what's the Shadow Warrior cloaking ability called? Shadow or something? Whatever it's called. When you start to cool that down, and the mobs are not aggro on you, you're going to be able to go in and out of that critting just non-stop. And when you get all those skills maxed out, they're going to be doing some pretty sick damage. Great, it's Keith. Thanks for the shout out there. Let's see. So we're gonna do that combo there. So that critical is nice. I mean, what's good is I haven't had to. I'm not overusing mana, but I'm also not fighting. So now I wish I had that mark back. Definitely don't want to be using those skills on. I could snare here, run back. And that, of course, is the danger of kiting. Now I got 3 mobs on me, and now I'm in a run for your life type situation. And I'm running into more mobs. Now my keyboard won't let me run. So I am destined to die here for sure. Why won't my keyboard let me run? There we go. A little bit too late, keyboard. Just not working. My game is not working. Wasted a lot of pots there just to get out of that situation. Is somebody still chasing me? Okay. Alright, I gotta get my bearings here. Where am I? All I need to kill is 2 more of these. That was a severe waste of potions right there. It's one really nice thing about the Shadow Warrior. You can pretty much go anywhere with your cloaking ability. Quests can be really easy. Alright, here's a 2 skull. Let's try and take on one where we only have that one to fight. To my pistol again, should finish him off. Oh, nope. So I mean, you know, I killed him, but I'm half health, right? So now I either got a pot, or conceivably, you know, probably gotta run back. I'm gonna run through these guys if I can, if my keyboard doesn't fail me. Get the fast travel. I love how people are still asking about mounts, like they've never had to manually move around in a game before. So just the whole concept of moving around an MMO on your own 2 feet and it taking actual time is completely foreign to this generation of gamers. Could have just let myself die probably and taken the free ride. Because I think that's going to happen anyway. Let's see. See if we can stop here and food up. Probably not before that guy kills me. Or aggro's me. Yeah, I'd like to take some of the younger gamers who keep begging for mounts, and I'd like to throw them in, throw them back 20 years ago to the EverQuest days and let them move around. Going from zone to zone, hugging the wall, praying that nothing sees you. And if it does, you may have to start of the journey over. That sometimes the journey could take you hours. And some people may say, well, why is that fun? I don't know, but it sure was. And it was memorable. Alright, I'm gonna go turn in some quests down here before I get too much into these. I am, yeah, it's key. I am in the Dawn Warhammer band. So as always, we always got to visit the equipment vendor. Hope for the best. Yeah, EverQuest didn't get mounts. Oh man. I'm trying to remember, did they ever get mounts? Oh, they didn't have mounts when I was playing. It wasn't a document, it was a PM me and I'll copy and paste it. One thing that I'm not sure of when I start statting up, I mean, I know I'm going to need some accuracy. I may have to throw some initiative in this guy. May have to start testing on initiative. You know, what better way to not take damage than to not get hit? So maybe we'll do that. We'll spend some time balancing between, as we level, balancing between initiative and accuracy. Yeah, Slayers are fun. Slayers are beastly. I think both the tank Slayer and the dual axe DPS Slayer are going to be fun classes. So yeah. I think my hit points on this guy are okay. I'm not going to put any more in wounds right now. But we're going to start to balance out initiative and accuracy. I don't know if that's right. And what else should we put points into? I thought this mark in the older version... Well, maybe it was reduced cooldown, and there's a thing later on that enhances the effectiveness of it. But I don't think I'm going to be fighting too many fights in these levels here where I'm going to be able to put multiple marks on. So I don't think that makes sense to put points in. I think Flourishing Strike, increasing damage. It's got to be the way to go. And then start to decrease the cooldown maybe a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Slayer as a DPS warrior is very viable. Do apologize if the gameplay seems clunky to you. That is not the game. It's the fact that I'm playing on an emulator. And my keyboard, I've never had this happen before, but my keyboard is just not cooperating whatsoever. Really strange. This quest, you just go around, you gotta collect these things here, these totems or whatever they are. Yeah, I agree. I know I'm not. It's key. I don't know if that's the way you would pronounce that. I think it does have that Celtic Heroes feel, and Celtic Heroes has that, in some ways, has that classic MMO feel. In other ways, not so much. And from what I've read and heard the developers say, that's what they were going for. So, you know, kudos. They hit the mark with what they were going for. Ooh, padded shoulder guards. That might be an upgrade. Let's take a look. I've been very unlucky on my warrior priest with equipment. He's almost level 27. Yeah, and I didn't ever get anything close to as good as this to drop. I mean, this is fantastic. Some crush resist. Lose a little bit of pierce resist on what I have now, but some good armor upgrade. Yeah, that was a good upgrade. Good kill on that wolf. "13 people watching. What else? What else should we talk about? I mean, it's going to be pretty boring watching this guy level. One, because I know I keep saying it, but my keyboard, I don't know what to do to fix it. Because it's always worked just fine. I feel like it takes this guy a little while to kill some 2 skulls that are below him. Oh, is this guy taking that one? Let's see. I wish you could see how smooth it runs on my phone. I've noticed when you open map inventory, etc., it's kind of slow as well. Yeah, I imagine they play better on tablets. That's what they're designed for. Oh, that guy's good. Look, see, this is where, look at the Shadow Warrior just sneaking through the mob. So I kill it, and then he grabs the quest piece. I'm just gonna go wait for this one down here, I guess, while I read. Kai, like Kyle. I gotcha. It's Kai. Okay. How many more of these things do I need? Take a look at how many people are still playing in the area. Still a lot of people, a lot of interest. Considering it's only officially released in a couple of countries, and then clearly there's some people like me, I'll be quite honest, who are not in one of those countries and is still playing the game. What I don't think this guy will be doing is fighting too much above his level. Even like one level above, I think he would struggle. But we will see. This looks like all the same stuff, I think. Yeah. You know, what would really help, I think, on the vendor list is if it showed the level of gear right here on this screen. So add that, you know, high boots, level 27, underneath high boots or above high boots, wherever it is. Because having to click through here just to see what you can use and what you can't use is kind of a pain. Just a little quality of life improvement that really shouldn't take too long to program. just they clearly have that data available right there when you click on it. So, oh jeez, how did I not see there was another turn in up here? Another feature that I've requested a couple times and talked about is layer priority for the icons on the map and moving quest icons up in that priority. So yellow's always on top, then followed by blue and red, but always quest icons on top of vendor icons. The Dreammaker, I don't know anything about the next map. I am just a player like you guys, and all I have access to is what everybody else has access to be honest. This is the forest map that just came out, so that's what we're experimenting with because that's what we have access to. Alright, let me see what I got to do next. I guess we'll cut down here, hit this quest here, and then hit that icon there in the zombie area. I think that's where that is. So we need to find a better pistol at some point. We've got that sword waiting for us at level 18, but still got the level 15 pistol I came out of the city with. Now, one thing that I don't do, like when I come into this zone, if I'm level 13, which is going to be about average as people coming out of the city, I'll fight anything that's, you know, around my level as I'm roaming around. I don't really I don't play the game by running from quest to quest. I like to fight stuff, so but I lost my train of thought there. Just looking for these flowers. I forgot there's one up here. Need one more. Should be another spawning down here. What characters do you play on other servers, or do you think this character is stuck on this server forever like CH? No, I mean, I almost guarantee they're going to be server bound. I don't know that for a fact. I'm fine with starting over. I don't really want anything to do with this server. Just because I think because of the way that we've been locked, you know, at different levels, and people, you know, really spend a lot of time maxing their character out, I just feel like the server's economy will not be the same as other servers, and that'll be forever. That's just my feeling, and I want to play on a North American server as well. Although I will say it's interesting that they did come out and say servers are really just for time zone sake, and they're not really putting servers like located near, like they won't have like a North American server. So here will be some interesting stuff. So I don't really need to kill this guy. I could sneak by him, but we're going to go ahead and fight him, and we're going to see what happens. I'm getting dinged on Discord, so this is not looking great so far. We can throw a snare in. Flourish is up again. I'm out of mana. My snare just, so I need to pot. And that takes entirely too long to do. I lose DPS while doing it. I gotta go pot again. Losing more DPS. And we can now flourish. So you can see, to fight a 3 skull there that was 2 levels lower than me, it cost me 2 pots. Oh, I hate when I do that. They either gotta sell food that gives both energy or mana, or even simpler, allow you to eat both at the same time. 2 things, quality of life, in my opinion. 1, allow you to eat both of those at the same time. Don't replace it when you use a drink when you're already eating a food. Allow both of them, and then allow you to run and move while eating. Like, I would love to be regenerating my health while I'm positioning for my next kill. I don't see any reason why I should have to sit down and wait that out, personally. This is a tricky area. You really got to be careful. I'm actually going to come up here. There's a 4-star skull zombie over there. I'm going to stay away from him. You know, if anybody's on, you can go kill that guy. They drop gear a lot of times, the 4 skulls. I will check chat in a second when I get out of this area. This is not the area you want to... Now, it looks like Arthur Miller is up. I think that's Arthur Miller up there. This guy, let's run up and see if that's him. This guy here, Arthur Miller, drops some loot, hits way too hard for his level. Like, no group's killing that until they got a bunch of people in their 20s. And by that time, they probably don't need the gear, so definitely needs to be tuned down. Alright, let me just look up at some comments. I get it, Phoenix, but come on. We're also playing a fantasy game. People do drink while running. I mean, think of runners that grab a thing of water from the side of the road. I can certainly... Here's what I would say. I can walk and run while eating, while chewing. So physically it is possible. Whether they should or shouldn't, I'm just saying you can't say logically let's not put it in the game because it's a no-no. You know what I mean? It's like when our parents used to tell us don't go swimming until a half an hour after you eat. You know, nonsense. The thing is, if they sold a food item that gave both, that's all people would buy, right? Because now that's only using 1 inventory instead of 2 spots, so that's all they would buy. So if they do that, they might as well just only sell that. That's why I say keep it the way it is now with what they sell, and just allow both to be active at the same time. Alright. One of these days I'm actually going to write down what level the mobs are for these different quests. So I can actually order it by efficiency. Those are the kind of streams I should be doing, is workout streams. I do a workout every day and watch this guy called the Body Coach because he does different workouts, and I do them with my boys. And that guy will have 90,000 people watching his stream live, and we typically do the workout the day after he's live, and by the time we do it, he'll have 500,000 views on that video. So, you know, I might get 200 views after a couple weeks. And right now I have 11 viewers, and I think I'm one of them. So I'm definitely streaming the wrong content if I actually want to get a really big viewer base. Clearly workout videos is the way to go. Just remember the opening quest sequence. It could use a little bit of work, honestly. You're doing a lot of running. Not really running, but fast travel back and forth. I mean, I really haven't killed that many mobs since starting. It's really been mostly just running. A lot of looking at the map. So now I'd go right back there. So I just ping pong back and forth between these two quest givers 4 times. They didn't, Phoenix, from my understanding, they didn't improve the actual speed that you run, but I think they did something to the animation to speed it up to make it look like you ran faster, which I'm fine with. Again, it's a classic MMO. The idea is to explore. Yeah, just the animation, but the idea is to explore. The idea is not. The problem with giving people mounts and increased run speed is they're just gonna run by the content with no danger. You want a little bit of danger. Look at. That's what people do in Celtic Heroes, right? They just run by everything. Look, I'm still bouncing back and forth between these two NPCs. I'm sure they'll come out with mounts eventually. Mounts are they're a moneymaker in Celtic Heroes. So I can't imagine they're not going to come out with mounts. Just my personal belief, but I would. Mounts are one of the things that people covet highly and will pay a lot of money for. Now they could come out with mounts that don't give a lot of speed. You know, they could come out with a mount that all kinds of different looking mounts that only give 10% speed and no stats as a starting point, and people would still open chests or whatever to get them, without a doubt. So I feel like one of the skills that you get in the first 15 levels, like the resist one, there's one more that I mentioned that didn't seem valuable this early on. I feel like that could be replaced with a skill that decreases your mark's cooldown, so that you could start to get mark on more often and use flourish more. Yeah, fashion will be big. No doubt that's their that's going to be their go-to. It's really, I think, definitely what kept Celtic Heroes going all these years is fashion. Later on, specialty pets, things of that nature. I'm out of mana. Oh, I used a heal pot instead of a mana pot. If any developers are watching, just really look how long it takes to use a pot and how much DPS you lose. You know, you can't afford to use one of your 4 hotspots, but cycling through to get to a heal pot and then having to stop auto attack to use it is really a killer. If you guys are even discussing changing that, throwing that news into a stream chat or into a Discord chat, just to let people know you're looking at it, I think people would love to hear that. Others on the stream, I mean, what do you think about pot use? I mean, the fact that you have to cycle through hotbars to get there, and they don't always click right away. How would you like to see that changed? So I don't think that this skill here, Flourish, I think a balancing item there would be don't make it remove the mark, right? It crits if there's a mark on, in my opinion, and don't remove it. I don't see how that would be out of balance. Or maybe remove it down to if there's remove it if there's more than one, remove one, but if there's only one, don't remove it or something. I don't know, it just seems like you're not able to use the mark to full efficiency because you're removing it right away at this level. Yeah, Aaron, that's the key, right? I mean, the key is that it doesn't interrupt whatever you're doing at the time. So I think your current animation has to finish and then it'll cast the pot. So you can't like hold down. Oh yeah, we'll equip that. Let's take a look. Really, taking some time when using a pot. I mean, I don't know. I think if you're going to have pots like that in the game, I think they need to be instant. You know, it's kind of like Diablo style or something. You should never die fiddling to cast your pot. And you shouldn't lose DPS to cast your pot either. Because sometimes when you lose enough DPS that it takes you so long to cast your pot that you've taken the damage again that the pot is going to heal in that time. And if you haven't done any more DPS in that time because you're fiddling with trying to get the pot off, it's a stalemate there. You're basically just using a resource for no reason. Just my opinion. Sam, I am. I would say the classes are still a work in progress. I do feel like this Witch Hunter class, I'm very early in playing it, you know, in this zone, but here's the biggest problem with the Witch Hunter class at this level. And I don't know what the skills are past 15, but there's nothing I'm excited to get, right? I mean, there's no like skill coming up or that I can start putting points into that I'm really excited about in the first 15 skills, first 15 levels. Shadow Warriors right now at this level are probably the most OP class. They just output so much burst damage. It's pretty insane. Not saying they should be nerfed, because I don't know what happens, you know, past this level. But maybe some other classes need to be brought up to speed. I fear for the Witch Hunter, not the Witch Hunter, the Engineer. I've got to play it through, but I've looked at how they changed the turrets. And the machine spec, I think, is going to be a little weak. So if anybody's playing an Engineer right now, machine spec, let us know. But I feel like it's going to be a little weak. I feel like they've changed the skills such that you have to put a bunch of points into turrets just to get them back to where they were. And then that's taking points away from other stuff like DPS. And dropping all those turrets is a big energy drain, so you're kind of always having to drink. About to level up to 17. I feel like that took a long time. Yeah, I feel like that took a real long time. One thing I will say, this build seems a lot more stable. I did some testing earlier, and I was able to stay in combat for about 3 hours without a crash. And anybody who watched my streams with the last build, that never happened. About an hour was the max, and I'd crash. How does my Witch Hunter feel? I don't know. It feels like definitely a little weak against 2 skulls. My equipment's not great. I've actually been decently lucky. Like here's a level 3 hat. I haven't found an upgrade at the vendor for that. I've got 2 level 15 weapons that I came into the zone with, just silver, so not epics. These dropped, so I did get lucky with a little bit better pair of pants. I think these came from the vendor, so I got lucky there. Maybe they dropped, I don't remember. And then these dropped or came from the vendor. And then this dropped as well. Well, these maybe not. I think I came into the zone with these, but these dropped, which were an upgrade. So I've got lucky with a couple of drops. I am trying something out. I'm going to level up initiative and accuracy. Leave my weapon skill and I don't know weapon skill and wounds where it is. We'll see how that works. Loading screen can get bugged. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the limitations are with the loading screen. I mean, quite honestly, there's a few things that really bug me while playing, and the loading screen taking time is one of them. It's, again, I don't know the technical differences between this game and Celtic Heroes, but you know, Celtic Heroes has the same kind of loading screens or interfaces where you're opening your inventory, you're opening a map, and there's 0 load time on those, and that game is quite old, so technically it seems like it should be very feasible to open the loading screen without a or open the map, the settings, all those things. I mean, look at that. That's going on 5-6 seconds, right? That's just, that doesn't make any sense. So for me, that's a priority. Reduce that down to where it's not even noticeable if possible. See, like, that's a pretty good combo. If you go into the fight with, what is it called on Witch Hunter? I don't even know what their ability's called. Hold on. Wait for my loading screen. See how annoying that is? And I know developers listen, so when I say those things, like, it's annoying, I'm just being honest. What is their conviction? So yeah, that's a nice little combo when you have a conviction going into a fight. Okay, you can see my gray weapons. I haven't died, I don't think, but they're already getting broken down where I'm gonna have to repair them. The gray weapons have very low durability. Aaron, when you say it doesn't do that on your phone, what do you mean? You don't get a loading screen on your phone? Tell me all those menus load instantly? Yeah, if I ever say anything on the stream that seems incorrect with the way it plays on a tablet, please let me know. Because I am playing on a emulator. The devs have said they do not officially support it. Hey, Richard. So we're, what am I? How far am I into the stream? About an hour and 18 minutes into the stream. Richard, I'll kind of update you if you're just tuning in. Zoned in at level 15 with this Witch Hunter. Didn't have great gear. It was a character that I really just leveled up to 15 to experience him and didn't spend any time gearing him up. So I'll kind of show you where my gear is. Some level 3 gear. Haven't found anything better on the vendors. Level 10 chest. Zoned in with 2 level 15 gray weapons. Haven't get an upgrade yet from the vendor. Some level 12 legs, which have been upgraded by a vendor, I think. 14 high boots. This was a drop since I've been in here. And 13 witch. And then this guy does have a full set of jewelry. Might be missing one piece of jewelry from all the bosses in the opening zone. And this is a big difference to talk about, right? Because right now, as it stands, there are 0 people who will zone into the forest with any of this jewelry. I don't care how big of a group you get, you're not killing those bosses in the city zone with sub-level 15 characters. It's just not going to happen. And they know that. The devs have said they're going to rebalance those things. So I do have some good jewelry that's helping me. We'll have to keep that in mind when we think about balance here. Yeah, you have to watch the beginning of the stream, Richard, when I post it, when I'm done. I go through the skill trees, give some opinions on some of the abilities in the first 15 levels that, quite honestly, seem at surface level pretty useless this early on. Like upping certain resists and things of that nature. Certainly may be useful later on. I mean, the good thing is so far I haven't died. I didn't come into the zone with very many pots. And stat-wise, what I'm doing is I am try this. Oh, I want to do this first, then this. Stat-wise, what I'm doing is initiative and accuracy. That's going to require a pot to live. We're going to try to sit and eat. I have no idea if I'll get it in. This guy looks like he's headed toward me. Try to went into this area in a weird angle because, man, my keyboard is just, is it my keyboard or am I, oh, I got durability or I'm overburdened. That's why I'm running so slow. Alright, well, we made it in. Well, that's good. Chugging along. That's like with the old animation. Alright, so we've got a repair. I do have a sword waiting for me at level 18 that I bought at a vendor. Didn't want to miss the opportunity, so I've been carrying it around with me. Gonna sell real quick. A lot of people have said a sell all button here would be nice. Just again, quality of life stuff when you've got to sell 1,000 times a day, or even a button, you know, at the vendor that says sell all junk, and it would be basically anything that is, you know, like, you know, there's no other use for it but to sell it. Really not a lot of gameplay value in doing all these clicks just to sell stuff. Especially when you're streaming, but it's a necessary evil. Oh, oops. And let's see if we have any upgrades here. No, I do need a new hat. Oh, I like this. So I don't like that I lose weapon skill. Crush resist, but a little bit of armor. I feel like I do need some armor. Nothing really to talk about. What's sad here, though, is I had a level 3 Witch Hunter hat that I bought at the opening Witch Hunter vendor. And this thing, a level 17, was barely better, right? And in some ways, yes, I'm gaining all this armor, but I'm losing weapon skill. You know, barely arguably not better at all. Aaron, that's great. I mean, I hadn't heard anybody that said they don't have a loading screen when opening the menus. So if it's just the emulator, great. think once I get this bunch of quests, I'm gonna find an area with mobs around my level, spend a little bit of time fighting. I actually could do that a little bit outside of the gates here, because I do need to get the fast travel for here. And I think that's to gather 6 Beastman horns, so we're gonna go out there and fight those. Dangerous, dangerous area. Lots of mobs. Real easy to get overwhelmed. Forgot I'm still dragging this lady around with me. Maybe initiative is starting to pay off because that guy didn't hit me. Oh, this guy's hitting me a little bit. Definitely not taking on any two skulls or two skulls with this guy. I feel like a lot of other classes you can do that. Warrior Priest, no problem, because they can tank it and then heal if they're a Warrior Priest healer. Archmage could root one or just DPS one down super quick. Shadow Warrior is gonna open up and kill the first 2 skull almost with the opening hit, so I think they could do it. Machine Engineer could do it because their taunt turret, their shield turret's going to be off tanking and taking all the damage, and they have a stun. What other classes am I leaving out? I don't know about a Slayer. I think would be able to do it just because they do such high DPS and have good armor. No, don't kill that guy. Auto target was not my friend there. I've only gotten 1 beast horn. I really wish my keyboard was working better. Get rid of old Rosie. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, the lady following me around. Yeah, I will. I don't want to... I've got to get the fast travel first, though. I don't want to go drop her off and then I got to walk back. So I'm trying to get these... Oh, I do that all the time. Use my food and then use my drink, my energy food, and overwrote my food. Now I'm out of food. And these horns are coming. I do feel like these quests are coming slow compared to other classes I've played through this zone. I just feel like I gotta really be careful. Can't take on too many mobs at once. Any 2 skull, I'm taking a lot of damage. I have to eat or use pots. So like here, I'm probably gonna have to use a pot. I need more food. Potentially going to be an expensive class to level because you're always going to be dependent on food and pots. I mean, just like that, almost a gold spent on food. If you think about the other classes, the Shadow Warrior with blades is not going to have to worry as much about food. Maybe energy food, but certainly not energy and bread or whatever it is. Because one, they do so much opening damage, the fights don't last very long. And two, if you're smart, you specialize a stun. That way, when you do fight a 2 skull, you're opening with using a stun to reduce the damage you take. Engineer's got his taunt turret. If you're a machine engineer, warrior priest has a heal. If you're heal, tank spec should be taking less damage. Archmage is going to do a ton of DPS. Healer, so I feel like this class might be expensive to level in regards to food, and it might be a class you want to try to group up and level so you're not the one taking the hits. And maybe to make them wanted in groups, maybe their mark should debuff the mob for other people as well. I don't know. Yep, Slayer's got Bugmans, yep. Yeah, so like I'm saying, if you really think about most of the other classes, they've got ways to mitigate or regen health a lot better than mitigate the incoming damage or regen health, and the Witch Hunter has nothing like that. I honestly think this snare is really quite useless, right? Like, I'm a melee class. Yes, I have my pistol, but ultimately, to do damage, I got to get in close. So what am I doing with a snare? Changing that to a stun, I think, would really help. And then giving it some upgrades similar to like the Engineer stun or the Shadow Warrior stun. If a Shadow Warrior gets a stun, then the Witch Hunter most definitely should get a stun. The Shadow Ranger, yeah, because same difference. I mean, really, because they still do the come out of the shadows and do an instant crit and do killer damage. Richard, if you're watching, one of the things I talked about earlier was this is the only class I can think of that has to cast a skill in the fight to then get to improve another skill. So casting the skill Mark, and then immediately, so the whole idea with Mark is to debuff the mob, and then to get your crit, you immediately have to remove that mark. Compared to the Shadow Warrior, who goes into the shadows and opens with a crit every time, right, before they're in combat, which is a much more powerful mechanic than having, and then, you know, you're just removing your debuff right after you use it, which is kind of silly. See, like, if I would have a stun there, I might have used it on that 2 skull, and then I'd be okay here. But now, pretty much in a situation where I gotta eat again. So let's just look. I bought 20 food for 80 silver. Let's say that it was at 10:30 my time. Let's see how long it takes me to burn through that bread. At 80 silver. And perhaps I could have bought a lower level one and spent more time sitting and staring. I know for a fact no other class that I've leveled through here has taken me this long to get 6 horns. I can tell you that much. Alright, finally got our 6 horn. So just remember this quest, Crimson Defiance Part 1. This is actually at least a 4-part quest. I am going to be doing a stream. Hopefully I figured out now how to unlock that 4th part. It does have to do with the dogs. I missed one of the dogs when I tried it yesterday, so I have to redo it. Because I think you have to do it all in a row before you log. But I do plan on doing another stream there. Let me see what I have to turn in. Probably should do what Richard said and go drop this lady off. Could cheat it and die closer to... I do have the fast travel now, right? Let me make sure of that. And... yes, I have that fast travel, so... gonna fight our way out here. I don't like these guys messing with the guards, so I'll kill this guy. Oh, I'm off the road. What am I doing? Rosie, save me. What do I have on me? Just one. Let me out of the loading screen. No, don't go that way. How can auto target choose to select a mob that's away from me when one is hitting me? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Need to be able to look at my map to make sure I'm on the right zone or on the road. Oh, I'm completely on the wrong path. Lima, when you say maxed out, definitely not 30. He's almost level 28. and does not have great gear, to be honest. I've been really unlucky with gear. Not impressed with his gear at this level. Mostly all silver stuff. So I'll still keep grinding him during the day. I had no reason to stream it. So I'll stream new classes and whatnot. I'm gonna do this one. I think I'm gonna do a Shadow Warrior next. I may do a bow. I may level up my bow Shadow Warrior. He was actually, I think, the second class that I leveled in the original soft launch. I honestly feel like I'm getting stuck here, just trying to get through these guys. Because this guy kills so slow. Alright, I need to go down. No, we're going down this way. This is not good. This is not where you want to run through, to be honest. I think I might make it, though. Slayer is a class that I think I've heard they're pretty good, but I won't play one anymore until the UI shows the Doom bar, because I think until that happens, it's going to be really hard to understand exactly how the Doom mechanic works. So I said this yesterday on my stream. And these things are level 15. They're giving me decent experience, so I'm just killing them. Oh, my first crash. And you know what? Because my keyboard's acting up, I'm going to close out altogether. So bear with me as I reopen and launch. Gotta launch the right one. Check my notepad here. Witch Hunter, okay. Gotta launch the right instance. I finally launched all my instances today, updated them all, and put on a piece of paper which characters on each one. But Lima, the Bugman's bug fix was huge. Huge for the Slayer. They don't really have to eat food very often, if ever. And energy-wise, they're pretty good too. I said 10:35. We'll subtract 5 minutes because of this reboot for our food test to see how fast I go through 20 food. Richard mentioned in a stream yesterday that timeout when a character crashes is 90 seconds. Hoping they reduce that. Getting attacked. Oh, see, that's where the crash is really. Well, I think I get a free ride. Hopefully it takes me to... Oh, it took me backwards. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, them's is the brakes, I guess. Now we gotta run through again. Start all over. Now imagine that in EQ EverQuest back in the day, but having run for 2 hours when that happens. That's why I just take it with a grain of salt, because I come from hardcore MMOs. Dreammaker, so I'm pretty sure it unlocks part 4 of that Quartermaster's quest line. You have to visit them all, pet them all, and I'm pretty sure you have to do it before logging. And then you can talk to Dana the dog that's right next to the Quartermaster. I don't know why the game just launched me into that. I didn't, Richard. I know about Vanguard, though. Probably the hardest MMO ever created, if I recall correctly. Some of the same creators of EverQuest, wasn't it, Vanguard? See, this is why I wouldn't mind if experience per level was increased, because I don't mind like fighting my way to stuff as long as I'm getting experience as I'm doing it. Kind of enjoying the journey. Right now, you really don't have to grind at all. You could just fly right through. You know, I'm gonna save a bread here. All I have to do is complete. Come on, keyboard. Complete the quest, and I should level. But yeah, I don't mind killing as I go like this. I think that makes the game fun. But right now, if you just basically go through and do all the quests and don't really focus on killing mobs too much at all, except when you have to, you're gonna be about level 23, 24 when you're done with those quests. If you do the quest in the correct order. So it kind of encourages people to just run past the content and just do the quests, in my opinion. Yeah, the Brad McQuaid. Yeah, it's unfortunate he passed away. Now the new game they're all working on is I always forget, Pantheon. Pantheon Rise of the Fallen, if it ever comes out. But I've been following that game. That game may be the only one that's gonna pull me back into playing MMOs on a PC. Hold on, I lost my there you go. Yeah, I like killing as I go, Richard, but then the problem is it's easy to out-level the quest areas. And that's why I know you guys have already said you're looking into putting the recommended quest level on the quest log so people can be efficient. Really strange how my keyboard is acting right now. Richard, what are your thoughts on snare for the witch hunter? Where do you think that makes sense? Considering they have to get in melee. You could put a star rating, but I mean, I think just if, you know, let's take this quest right here, right? The mobs you have to kill, or the mobs that are around this quest area, are level 15 through 16. So you just put recommended level 15 through 16, and people know what that means is the mobs around there are 15 through 16. So now if I look at all the quests I have on my map, I can chart out and go, all right, I'm level 18. You know, I want to do the level 16 quests first. before I run off to a zone that's got level 19 mobs or level 20 mobs. Here's where I'll have to, this is where it hurts not having heals and getting low mana or low energy and health. I'll have to sit through this and then sit through a food. It fits later. Okay. I didn't want to fight that guy. I'm gonna have to sit and drink and eat again. So what was that? That was like 3 fights. I mean, I could pot here. But I'm gonna need those pots for when I have harder things to fight, bigger battles. I never played a Necro in EQ, so I can't really say I'm familiar with their mechanics. I remember they had the pet, and they did a lot of like life steals. Plus a monster hunter type boss specialist. I don't know what that means either. Yeah, I think they revamped the whole... Oh, kiting, yeah. Or like, even better than the ranger in EQ could kite as well, really well. Oh, where am I going? I'm not even done with this quest. Hopefully I can finish this before my weapon... Ooh, wait. Nobody reminded me that I have a level 18 sword sitting in my bag. And what else do I have? Anything else? Level 18 gloves. What are these? Those are not an upgrade. Stat up real quick. Well, that might help later on, you know, if you can kite. I don't know if this is a good idea to just put stuff in accuracy and initiative, but I'm definitely not going to be upping my damage by doing that. Let's see, pistols max. I think I've got to go with Flourishing Strike again. Yeah, Lima, they did do, I think, a complete revamp on the skulls. And I think they have said they may be tuning that. Richard could comment, but they're going to be looking at it, I believe they said. They may have gone too far with the 3 skulls, although I think I've also... Did my gun just... Oh, I'm gonna die just trying to get to my potions. So long. Alright, well, let's run back up here and eat again. And I'm just gonna pot for the energy. Just wanna finish this quest. I don't need the wolves anymore. I'm gonna finish this quest so I don't have to come back here. I'm gonna end up with 3 wolves on me. Oh, loading screen's gonna kill me. 3-line icon, I hate it. I hate it. Did me in again. Like I'm running the wrong way. I'm all discombobulated. Gotta use a medium pot just to survive. Leave me alone, wolf. 3-line icon. Go away. You're my nemesis. I'm going to be on silent for a second, talking to a family member. So I'll be back. Oh, sorry, my son came down. I'm going to have to go on silent again. So, Richard, again, I don't think you need it, right? So, what does this icon do? It brings this up. It gets you to the shop, character map, quest, settings. Well, you can get there by clicking on your character icon, right? You just open up the character icon first, which is what 90% of the time people are doing. Hold on. You can get there by clicking the map, and you can get there by clicking on chests, or quests. So I had to go again. Hold on. I'm gonna be AFK for maybe 2 minutes, guys. Yeah, that's a good compromise. I'm back, by the way, but certainly a good idea, Richard, to just give people the option. While you're talking about options, the option to not be able to select other players like you have in Celtic Heroes is a must. Grouping was a very frustrating experience as a healer, because you had to target the person, which isn't always the easiest, and that's another place where the 3-line icon, the group GUI would be split between, if you had enough people in the group, there'd be like 4 people and then the 3-line icon and then 2 people underneath it. Very easy to misclick. But then trying to click on somebody to heal and then click back on the mob was very difficult, because it's surrounded by 6 or 7 people. Man, I am getting really unlucky with quests on this guy. I feel like these quests are taking me forever. So, in Celtic Heroes, there is a filter option. Hold on, I'm gonna die. Oh. There's a filter option, so you cannot. So when you click on a player, it doesn't select them. And so basically, like, let's say that you're fighting and you're trying to select the mob that everybody's on. If it's surrounded by 6 people, it's very difficult to select that mob, because you're going to click on the players around him, not the mob itself. So in Celtic Heroes, you filter players, and then you cannot click on players if you don't want to. Very, very, very handy filter. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? I really want to finish this quest so I can go repair my pistol. Yeah, if you watch, I think it was my second video, maybe my second video with the Warrior Priest, I ended up doing some grouping at skeletons. And you can just watch that for 10 minutes, and I definitely got frustrated with the experience. So I gave some suggestions on that video. So let's see, with a crash, let's say we're a half an hour into buying that bread. I'm halfway through it, plus 3 or 4 of the energy ones. So that's 40 silver in a half an hour I've burned through in just bread alone. I did finally finish that quest, but that's expensive. That's going to be hard to start saving up money burning through food like that. Definitely did not have to do that. I don't think on my Warrior Priest I used a single food item. But sometimes classes are just meant to they're just meant to group. Alright, we can finally go and repair. Yeah, definitely Slayer with Doom and Bugman's. Archmage healer. Engineer is good on using the... He doesn't have to... Machine Engineer doesn't have to use a lot of health food, but they definitely have to use a lot of mana energy food. Well, here's what I think, Dreammaker. I think that if you're grinding mobs, grouping's not bad. I mean, look at people at skeletons. They're getting levels really fast because they're killing really fast with very little downtime, if any. I think the problem is there's no reason to group because trying to group while questing is incredibly difficult, right? You got to be synced up and on the same quest. I tried to do it with Luke yesterday, and it just seemed like unless you're on VoIP, you're spending a lot of time chatting. Oh, hey, are you done? No, I'm not done. And right now, the way, in my opinion, the levels are, you can just go through the quest and max out that zone and then go on to the next zone. If they increase the level cap, not the level cap, sorry, the experience required per level, then people would have to stop once in a while and grind out a level or two in order to get to the level where their next quest is. And when they're grinding, it might make sense to group with a person or two that's in the same area to kill stuff. Speaking of grinding, one of the things in this zone, Richard, that I think would be killer is, because there are very few level 24 mobs, is that whole spider area to the north. I'd make that all level 24 and 25 mobs. The snake area with the 4-star snake, I'd make those snakes around him level 24, maybe level 25, giving people more areas to grind experience at that higher level. Because right now that spider area is completely unused. You go there for one quest, and there's tons of mobs. You go there for one quest. It's a pickup quest. You get it. You leave. You never go back, or never have a reason to go back. I think you need a quest there to force people to go there, or if you did end up raising the experience required in this zone, people would use that as a grind spot for sure. No upgrades from this vendor. Do have to sell though. Probably not going to go for too much longer tonight. Continue this guy maybe tomorrow, but I went pretty late last night. Need to get some better sleep tonight. At the spiders, Aaron? Yeah, it's a great spot. Very underused though right now, because there's just not a lot of reason to use it. I think it's actually better grinding. I was grinding there earlier today just to get... I like this. I got that. That must have dropped. I'm going to put that on in a second. I did it instead of skeletons. I like skeletons because they're 24 and they have a chance of dropping better gear. But I grinded most of the way through 26 today on the spiders. Alright, so we're all fixed up. Tiny's man, how is the witch hunter? At these levels, I'd say it's just okay. I think what we actually saw back in the early soft launch, when we could see some of the later skills, and we couldn't see them all, some were not described yet. It does look like, and it has been confirmed by the devs, it's a class that really is building up to something. So you really might see them come into their own, you know, once skills past 15 are unlocked. And they're just missing a few key skills to really start to come into their own. But I think it's a skill. I think it's a complex character that is going to take some skill to use and some timing to use. So nothing really wrong with that. But right now, it is a little slow to level him. Hopefully we can get lucky and find some gear in here that's going to help. I just find that these class vendors, the level range is just too great. I went through 2 days, I think. Or that can't be 2 days, but the last 24 hours with my warrior priest, every time I go to my warrior priest vendor, all he has to sell me is level 10 through 12 equipment, and I'm level 26. What am I going to do with that? Too much luck involved. Like, why do these guys have level 12 gear when that should have been sold in the last zone? This stuff should start at least at 15. But just a ton of level 26 stuff in there. That doesn't help me. Alright, let's see what I should do. Did mistake on my healer mage when all weapon and focus. What do you think? I'm trying to remember. I don't think that's that bad, but I don't know. I honestly don't remember. I didn't play the healer mage that much. I know that you know, I was playing with Luke and I duoed a bunch of the named bosses yesterday. Just me and my warrior priest. We had some really good fights, and this warrior priest almost seemed a little overpowered. I wish I remember what level everything is here. Let's see where I want to go next. I think I'm gonna head back here, head up the beach. But you can't go wrong with focus, and weapon I think is okay as well on a warrior priest, right? You shouldn't be getting hit, so you shouldn't need initiative. You may or may not need accuracy. I'm not even sure with a mage if accuracy affects your autos. This guy Cornslayer he's mad because he called for the skeleton boss, the level 25 that drops the jewelry, and I bet people ran there and didn't invite him. It's a good question, Aaron. I imagine you're going to be pretty low, but I don't know the answer, to be honest. I don't really want to mess with these 3 stars. Run, dude. Yeah, I mean, you do. After you get out of the city, you definitely want to start pumping stuff in accuracy. I'd say probably want to get to at least 20 eventually by the time you're through this zone. Maybe a little bit higher. Right now with this guy, I'm pumping everything. I did have everything in weapons and wounds coming out of the city, and now I'm starting to pump stuff into accuracy and initiative to give those a test. I don't know why I'm not starting off with Mark. That's the way I should be doing it. Things are a little too spread out here. There could be a few more mobs. Not a ton more to where like you keep running into stuff, but if you wanted to fight as you go, it wouldn't hurt to have a couple more. What's the bone tree? Was that tree made of bones or something? Didn't even notice. There's a name that walks around that tree that we've killed a couple times. Oh, level 19. Yeah, see, I don't really want to be in this area because this is not good. Look at, I'm like doing no damage to this guy. Alright, so that took all of my energy and all of my mana. So I don't think this is necessarily the area I want to quest in. This is why I need to really write down the level of mobs until they actually do it for us. Because they're only going to get higher level as I go up that way, so... the center area, these are like level 20 mobs. We go... I'm going to go back here, and then we're going to go up. The other thing I need to do is just take a screenshot of the map and then have it. I'm actually going to do that after this fight. Alright, hold on. I got a plan to stop me from having to open the map every 3.5 seconds. I've mentioned to the devs on my stream, toggle to default pathfinding to always on when you open your map would be nice. But I am just going to snip the map and then put it over on my other screen. So hopefully I don't have to consistently open it to see where the heck I am. I don't know how I didn't think of this before. Constantly opening that map. Here's where I would love to eat a food while I'm running. As much as that guy, I think his name was Phoenix, didn't like the logic of eating while running. Felt like that would be inconsistent with reality or something, I'm not sure. But if me getting on an elliptical or a treadmill while eating a sandwich and sending the video to the devs showing them that it's possible is what it takes in order to be able to eat while on the move in this game, let me know. And I will take that bullet for the team and do it, because definitely would up the pace of the game a little bit. really hate that to get that crit, I have to take my mark off, and then all my other damage does less. Oh, it's a 2 skull as well. I didn't realize that. Eat again. Down to 8 food. What do you think, Richard? Is that what you need? You need a video of me running on a treadmill, eating a sandwich? And then you'll go to the other devs and say, hey, here, look, people really can eat and move at the same time. It's a thing. Maybe you guys are all eating lunch again, watching the stream. Getting a good chuckle, hopefully. Kind of like this area. Might grind this for a minute just to... I like the fact that I'm getting 200 and some experience per kill. Although I think I'm gonna have to eat a bread after just about every kill. Uh-oh. Hey, look, I found a use for the snare. It doesn't last long enough, though. Remember, retrieve this. What do I gotta do here? Okay, finally got that done. What are these guys back here? 18? Level 3 guy, or there's a couple of 3 skull guys that I'm going to stay away from. But they would give some nice experience. But you can see I'm down half hit points again. There's another 3 skull guy. This is a tough area. Gotta be careful. I guess I could start these fights off with a snare if I wanted to, then mark, then pistol, then close with a flourish, but man, that's a lot of energy. Alright, one more kill. Then we'll level. Then we'll move on to a different area. Actually, probably one more kill. Get to 19. Do I want to push to 20? It's going to get me into midnight time frame. That seems potentially like a bad idea. I think I'm going to press up to the center area. Because that quest is just to... oh. There's no resting in this area. Get away. Not want to fight a 3 skull. Shadow Warrior, this was a nice quest. You just basically walk up and do it. Sneak up. Oh, there's a shaman behind that tree. This is I feel like there should be another quest, a little bit better quest here. This is a great area, but why isn't this giving me? Oh, come on! But I don't think you come back here ever for a quest. But this is a great area. You could grind experience here. But again, this would be a great place to grind experience with a group. Too dangerous to do it alone, to be honest. But there's just no reason to come back here with how fast you get through the levels just doing the quests. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go back here. Now let's see what this is. Now you would think about this time I'd be getting a level 20 weapon from a quest, right? Well, 17, not bad. But again, I think if the quest when you get into the zone that you get from Rixport was a level 15 weapon, then this should be a level 20. But I'll take the upgrade for now. That should really help with things. We're going to go visit our class vendor so he can most likely disappoint us in a second here. I don't think I'm going to give up 3 accuracy for 1 armor. I don't like that trade. If I had more inventory spots, I would be buying some of this stuff. Plus 1 armor, minus 2 initiative. I don't like that trade either. I don't want to go up to the bear area. That's too high level. Alright, we're going to turn in this quest. We are level 19 now, so we should be able to start heading up north. Alright, let's see, more war trophies, you just kind of get that as you go. Supply crates I could focus on. Call the herd, I like this one. Travel to Ungor's last known location and a small favor. Yeah, we're gonna head north, try and do a bunch of these quests. I can try. You know what I'm gonna do, honestly? Normally my computer runs great on 1080, but right now it is a little sluggish, so what I'm gonna do is go in here. We're gonna change down to this. Bring some of that down a little bit. Really, Valia? You think the shadows don't add much? I just turned on everything just to see how it would look. Could turn those off and see what difference it makes. Mean I gotta restart over. I'm gonna leave real-time lighting on. Richard, remember the particle effects in EQ? Back then, that was like particle effects in that game were awesome compared to anything else in the market. Alright, let's see if my keyboard is more responsive. Game's not looking as good without the 1080, but that's all right for now. Yeah, I don't know. It's back. It's fluctuating. Yeah, I don't know if BlueStacks has a cap. I haven't played too many other games with it. But I mean, I'm on a really nice laptop with a NVIDIA graphics card, so you would think it should be able to run the game at a pretty high frame rate. I'm not sure, Richard. It normally doesn't. I almost think I have to restart my computer, but that's going to take too long. That's weird that is this guy not really here? No, what is this guy doing? Just hanging out. I'm just going to practice up in my skill. No, I've got my emulator using as many CPUs and RAM as it'll allow me. There's some buggy mobs in this area. Seeing this, Richard? That's the second one of these mobs that's here but not here. There's two of them that are just kind of stuck. Yeah, like I said, well, one of the things I was doing before I started streaming was I actually had like 4 instances of the emulator going so I could download the update on all 4 of them, because I have different instances that I've cloned and then logged in with a different Gmail account, so I can have 2 characters per account. And I was updating them all. I had a couple of them logged in so I could trade some gold around and do some mailing, and so that may have made it sluggish. Just check what's going on in my task manager here. BlueStacks is using 40%. And it's only using 250 megs of memory. I'm gonna try something. This may crash me. I feel like the other... Yep. I think that crashed me for sure. So give me a second to relaunch. It's this one. I mean, it's definitely going to probably run better on a native Android device, I would imagine. So I'm using 4 cores here. Graphics engine, it's using OpenGL. I don't know if DirectX would be better or not. But that's the most RAM I can give it. Interestingly enough, it's actually using more memory now than it was when I before I closed it down. Hopefully I don't die. Waiting for the ARG. If I die, I'm definitely... Okay, I didn't die. Yeah, so still only at 20. I don't know. Give good experience, but definitely have to sit after every fight. So just need to kind of cut up a little bit. It's a shaman on me. So I do find that right around level 19, level 20 mobs is where things can really change in the games. Any thoughts about the resist passive? Is there something you would like to go there instead? Oh, the ability? I assume you're talking about this. Increases magic, fire. At this level, I don't see this being very helpful. It doesn't seem like very many mobs do fire, magic, chaos, or poison damage. You could probably push this somewhere else. I don't know, anybody else, any other ideas on what could go here for a passive? Trying to remember what some other classes have. Increase energy wouldn't hurt. Oh, jeez. Rich, remember that guy? I just ran up and shot that guy in the face. Luke and I did finally kill that guy a couple times. Second time we did it with Don as well, so we had 2 healers, or 3 healers. Yeah, evasion would be good. So let's look at it. So if we had, I mean, because this class, again, it doesn't have any stuns, doesn't have any heals, needs to be able to avoid hits, right? So, increases evade. I don't know if that would be too powerful, though. If it was 2%, then, let's see, 3, 6, 10, 18, that'd be 20% evade. Maybe. I mean, thinking about it, dodge would be pretty cool. You could call it parry, you know what I mean? And get that up and try it out with the same percentages, get them up to 20% and see if that's overpowered, and then maybe bring it back down. And there was another one. Let me look at this again, because there was another one I didn't understand at this this level. Not that. It's this. So I didn't quite understand this one either, Richard. So they have an increase for resist, and then increases avoidance to magic, fire, chaos, and poison damage by 2%. Grants 2% to negate incoming debuff. Again, maybe something that endgame would be in later levels would be helpful. But very few mobs at this level so far, up to level 24, are casting debuffs on you. And most of them, I don't know, I don't find this one very useful. I don't see people putting points into that one either, to be honest. And if you end up with a skill that nobody uses, then that skill needs to be looked at. Are you guys able to tell, Richard, what would be really handy is if you guys were able to pull out of the database exactly like what skill everybody's using, so you could basically say, you know, 70% of witch hunters max pistol, 0% of witch hunters use this resist skill, and if you're at 0% of people upgrading it, you might as well revamp it, because it's just there as a placeholder. Data is always the best way to make decisions if you can store that kind of, pull that kind of data. And you got to be able to, right? Because what people's abilities are, I have to imagine, are stored server side, not client side, because people would hack the shit out of that if it was client side. Even stats, being able to like have a graph to show the breakdown of where people put stats would be key, so you can see, well, why aren't people using evasion or accuracy? Uh-oh. Too much maintenance there with potions. I mean, flopping around trying to cast a potion. I'm double over tapping, so I'm going past my skills. Very yeah, it's going fine. I think that might be my first death. But it's an unfortunate death because I was way up north, and it's 100% because of the cumbersomeness of how to use potions. Frustrating. Yeah, with that, it's 11:52. You can just send it my way, Sathrox. I'll wait here. You can come hand it to me. I don't know, Dreammaker. I don't know how haste would affect things. I'm sure it would affect some characters better than others. Check the equipment vendors one more time before I call it a night. Well, I am going to buy that. Wait, that was for me, right? Yeah. So I'm buying that to have, and ooh, and I'm buying that too. I'll be passing that off to my warrior priest. can do it real quick, but it's midnight and I got to get to bed pretty quick. Alright, I'm going to cut it there, guys. I'll probably come back on tomorrow night, I think. Let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday. I don't think I'm going skiing with my boys. I am going to do that one night this week, but probably not tomorrow. So, probably be back tomorrow night. Finish this guy up, get him to level 24. You know, my thoughts on him, I don't know. I think it could use some work. Getting through the content, but it just seems slower than other classes. I don't know. It seems, just like I said, it seems a little bit slower. I don't know if I'm statting the best way, but we'll figure it out and start getting some upgraded equipment. I am out of small heal pots now. And actually, one of the things I may do is get rid of the snare skill off my hotbar because I'm barely ever using it, and put a heal pot, even though I only have 3 medium pots left. So things are going to really get interesting tomorrow because I'm pretty much out of pots, which just kind of shows you with this class, if you don't come out of the city, which with the new balance of the city, you're not going to come out of the city with a ton of pots. You're going to be lacking in pots, and this is a class that needs them because they're no heal, no stun. I think they could use a passive skill for evasion for sure. I think that would be something I could see people potentially putting points in, and then as they get up to endgame, probably respeccing out of it. But for leveling purposes, I think it would get used. A lot of us, Valia, are going to be making a regiment with people from the Dawn Guild in Celtic Heroes. There is a post, I believe, in the Discord regiment about that guild, but just look up Dawn Guild from Celtic Heroes. I don't think we're going to call it that, but yeah, right now we're just probably going to let people in, get to know people, but you know, people that don't kind of jive with our play style, you know, will probably be kicked eventually. Yeah, Dawn. Didn't I say Dawn? Dawn's the name of the guild. You know, I forgot, I did, let me go to my mailbox real quick, because I did send myself some Witch Hunter stuff in the mail, which I was trying not to use it just because then it's not going to be a great a true test, but sometimes people do get lucky with good drops. But let me just go to the mailbox real quick and see what I sent myself. Up to 15 people. I would have 15 people when I'm about to go to bed. Good thing is I don't think I need to edit this at all, so I can just put the post right up, make the recording public. Yeah, I saw that, Dreamweaver. I'm going to ask you about, or Dreammaker, I'm going to ask you about that, for sure. So yeah, give me a second, I'll be over there. I swore, I swore I sent myself something. Did I put it in the bank? Let's go look in our bank. Huh. Well, maybe I didn't send myself any Witch Hunter gear. Maybe I was going to send it and then it was all damaged and I ran out of time. So I know I've got some stuff on my Warrior Priest I'll send over for tomorrow. But until then, I'm out and we'll see you guys in game later.